everybody, welcome back. BeastmodeRonnie for another Specialist Secrets video. In today's video, it is about the character called Ruin. This specialist is the one with the gravity spikes and the one with overdrive. Those are the two abilities that he has. This is the final tier armor that you're looking at right now. It's called Viking. I'm going to go ahead and get into it just like the other videos. I'm going to show you guys his armor, outfits, and all of his background. So let's get into the armor. Go to personalize. Look at how sick. Just look at how sick he looks with the combat knife equipped, standing there all shiny and armored up and stuff like that, and his face looks like a Viking tattooed up face. He actually reminds me of the guy off of the show Vikings, Ragnar Lothbrok. I think that's the kind of look that they were going for when they made him. But anyways, let's get into the head. So we got all the armor unlocked already. The first one is called Brute Force, Arctic, Jungle, Warrior, Professional, Earth, Spades, which is pretty sick, Gladiator, which is nasty looking. I mean, just freaking look at that. That is sick. And then Viking is the last one. Now, the classified one, we still don't know what it is, but it also says Hero, just like batteries, and I believe just like Spectres. So that's the heads. Let's go into the bodies. Here we go. Brute Force is the body there. I actually think this is one of the coolest looking bodies out of all the ones he had. Was actually the first one. It's pretty sick. Then we got Arctic, Jungle, Warrior, Professional, Earth, Spades, Gladiator, and then Viking, which is the one I have equipped now. He also has a hero head and three heads and three bodies that are from the black market. But anyways, those are all of his armor outfits. Pretty cool. I did not go on his background yet. We're going to listen to all of this together. If you've been following this playlist on my channel, we are unlocking all the armor for a character. Then we go back and we look at the back of his card or her card, and we go through and we listen to all of the transmissions except for the classified ones. So we're trying to figure out how do we unlock the hero armor for all the characters, and we get to see the background of all the characters and see how they are united, because some of the characters have things to do with the other characters. And if you didn't see the last episode of this series, we did Spectre. And in Spectre's transmissions, we heard Ruin, which is this character, talking to him as if Ruin worked for Spectre, like Spectre was the commander. He kept addressing him as Sir and Commander, and he was asking for permission to speak. So hopefully in this bio, we're going to hear some things that go along with Spectre's bio. I'm pretty curious on how it's going to go. So let's go ahead and go over this bio real quick. It says, born into a military family and raised in a tough neighborhood, Donnie Walsh grew up fearless and headstrong. That's his name. Okay, Donnie Walsh. Joining the Army straight out of high school, Walsh is an infantry soldier through and through. The battlefield has become his second home. He is suspicious of covert ops and anything that operates outside of the established chain of command, viewing them as dishonorable. He prefers a straight-up fair fight and knows that there's never a substitute for good boots on the ground. Okay, that probably explains his little beef with Spectre. Now, cybernetically augmented, he uses his unique abilities to rush headlong into the fray, meeting his enemies with sheer, unadulterated, and overwhelming force. Jeez, Black Ops really likes to use big words in their bios. Okay, his two abilities are Gravity Spikes and Overdrive. Overdrive is actually pretty sick. You can cover an entire map in like seconds. It's crazy. Okay, first transmission. Here we go. Analytics, Dead, AP, Battery, Ruin. Okay, so there's something with battery in here. That's pretty cool. Tags are null. Let's go ahead and listen to this and see what he has to say for the first time.
You think that's impressive? There was this one time with me and Baker.
Not this again. Come on, Walsh.
What, you want to tell it?
Nah, the way you do, it gets better every time.
Right? Anyway, so there was this one time.
He's full of it, though. Keep that in mind.
It was bad. No idea who authorized the attack, but it was another Charlie Foxtrot. Intel had told us the area was clear and our target was 2 clicks ahead, so we moved out. Counted a couple of patrols on the way, no big, we had that covered. Then we got the call over the comms.
Dead systems were down.
Right. We looked at each other, realized we had 30 seconds before incoming AP turned us into mist, so we hustled quick.
Anti-personnel was the least of our problems. Enemies started raining major reinforcements in behind us.
Wait a minute. Okay, that's pretty interesting because they said something about their comms went down. And it's in the last video when I went over Spectre. If you guys haven't seen it, go back and watch it so you know what I'm talking about. in the last video, Spectre, one of his audios, his last one I believe it was, he was like super excited how he knocked out the enemy's comms, and he was talking about the fear in the person's eyes right before he killed him or something like that. These two stories sound familiar, but anyways, this is Ruin talking to Battery, and it seems like in the background they're like eating food at a mess hall or something like that. So that's what it sounds like to me. Let's go to listen to the second one. Analytics, Signet, COP, EKIA, Battery, Spectre. Okay, so Battery and Spectre are both in these as analytics. Tags, Slaughterhouse. So here we go.
We were cut off from our own side at this point. Only way we can go is forward.
Enemy had bound our kills, and Sigint told us there was some serious heat coming our way. We knew there was a hardened CDP emplacement about a click away, so we booked it, figuring it was a defensible place to hold up in, even if we had to take it first.
We approached the bunker, no sign of resistance. Stacked up on the door and breached. Checked our corners, first room clear. Entered the corridor, body on the ground, split gut to gullet. Room looked like a slaughterhouse.
Next room, same story. 2 EKIA. Walls and ceilings painted with their blood. Didn't look like they got off a shot.
We approached the door to ops. Listen, nothing. Gave Baker the signal to kick it in, and we burst into the room.
5 bodies, 4 fillets, 1 very much alive. Spectre, this covert ops creep, wasn't happy to see us either.
Didn't need to be able to see an expression to know we could get taken out in a heartbeat.
All right. So they knew, I guess they found out that it was Spectre that did that. I don't know where they're going with this. Maybe this is before Ruin was working for Spectre. I don't know. But it sounded like in Spectre's that Ruin was working for him. So I'm curious to know when we're going to hear that. So this one, the last one, Analytics, Spectre, GI Unit, IED, Tags, Mission. Let's see what this one says.
Spectre creeps me out. Just sitting there, surrounded by corpses, checking intel and cleaning those blades. That's what we were doing here. Calm as anything.
Calm lasted about 3 seconds when we said we had company coming in behind us.
Said if we'd blown the mission, we'd be kissing our internal organs goodbye. Yeah, exact turn of phrase.
Think you got called sugar at one point.
Yeah? Anyway, internal screens are showing that we're surrounded. 30 men at least with GI unit support.
We moved fast. Rigged frags and tripwires in the first room and corridor, and we set up for a siege.
We just finished digging in when wham! First tripwire goes. A couple of seconds later, we hear a couple of GIs go terminal to the second IED.
Which is when I started pulling the trigger on my war machine and didn't let up until it ran dry.
Okay, sounds pretty interesting. It looks like they were all on a mission together, and they created some kind of ambush on an enemy. So, sounds pretty cool. We still got the 2 ones that are classified on the bottom. I'm really curious to know what these are. Let's go ahead and see if we unlocked any on the other ones. These are still classified, and let's check Spectre, which I have complete, and his 2 are still classified. So the next one I will be working on will be Reaper. I don't know if he's connected, or she, or robot, whatever it is, if it's connected in any way to the other ones. But if you like this series, leave me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section what you think so far on how these characters are intermingled and all have a connection to another. Hopefully all of them have a connection to each other. That would be pretty sick. But anyways, let me know what you guys think. I will see you in the next video when we do, what was his name again? Reaper. Alright, thank you for watching, guys. Peace.
It's all I wanna do.